Dan Illman, Mike Beer, race number 7 at Santa Anita on Sunday is the Grade 3 Honeymoon. We're going a mile and an eighth on the turf for 3-year-old fillies. It's 100 grander. Before we take a look at the field, remember it's Memorial Day weekend. There's a big Memorial Day sale going on at DRF.com, up to 50% off select handicapping products. You don't want to miss out. Here's the field for the Grade 3 Honeymoon. There's some talented 3-year-old fillies in this group, Mike, led by the 5. Cairo Memories, who just took the bull by the horns under Mike Smith last time, went right to the front and showed them her heels in the Providencia. I think she's found her home back on turf.
Yeah, me too. She was really good in her first couple of starts as a 2-year-old, Dan. They tried to make her a dirt horse. It didn't work out. Back to the right surface last time. Really good looking win.
And what's nice about Cairo Memories is she can adapt to any kind of pace scenario and put Big Money Mike wherever he wants to be. As we see from the Timeform US Pace Projector, Cairo Memories has one from on the lead. She has one from off. There appears to be some other speed in this race, perhaps the 6 Sterling Crest, who likes to be close, but I can't imagine Cairo Memories being too far out of it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like she's going to be compromised no matter what they do early in this race. It does look like there's not a ton of speed in here, Dan, so I'd be surprised if they went too fast.
Arguably, her main protagonist is down towards the rail. That's the number 1, Island of Love, going out for Juan Hernandez, Phil D'Amato. This horse might not have beaten the strongest field last time out in the Grade 3 Senorita, but I think she did it pretty nicely. Let's watch this effort. The pace was slow. She was 3 wide around both turns, and it looks like they're all going to run here, and then all of a sudden only one runs, and that's Island of Love, who wins in workmanlike fashion.
Yeah, it did look like it could come down to a pretty close finish, but through the final 16th of a mile or so, it's really all about Island of Love. Just too good for these horses. It was a great spot for her. Her prior 2 races weren't bad, though, Dan. She wasn't as good as Lucky Girl, but she ran fine in those races.
A little bit concerned about her stretching out to a mile and an eighth off those mile races. She's not the biggest filly in the world, but I do like her tactical speed, and it looks like she has some ability. Ballet Dancing's the 2. If you're not thrilled with the established graded stakes horses in this race, why not try Ballet Dancing? This horse sold for $800,000 as a yearling, and she won her maiden, her first start off a lengthy layoff in good fashion last time. Now, she got the right setup. Let's watch Ballet Dancing. This pace was solid up front, 22-2 for the opening quarter, but the Medaglia d'Oro filly swings to the outside and gobbles him up.
I like the way she finished it here. It's hard to tell, Dan, how strong a finish it was because you see how they cut that replay there. There was an incident in mid-stretch, so you didn't get to see the whole stretch run there, but she finished up. It looked like she finished really well, and that's kind of what you were probably expecting if you watched her debut. Just really green first time out, wound up wide in that race for no apparent reason. And then wound up down towards the inside in the stretch. But I liked the way she was staying on first time out, and I do think she took a big step forward last time.
Very lightly raced. Figured Drayden Van Dyke's going to take her back, try to make one run. It'll be interesting to see if she's at the mercy of the pace. I think distance will not be an issue. The 3 is Gold Dragon Queen, finished 3rd in the Providencia last time out. Maybe it was compromised by a little lack of pace. Just didn't get out of the gate very well. She's solid, Mike. I wonder how much upside is left after 7 starts.
Yeah, that was my problem with her. I couldn't really make the case that, she was a horse who was going to, somehow improve all of a sudden in this race, which I feel like she has to do. Didn't get out of the gate great last time, but I don't know if that was enough of an excuse to be, as far behind Cairo Memories as she was.
I've tried chasing the 4 Fuente Ovejuna, who we saw finish 4th in the Senorita behind Island of Love, and I wonder if I'm just running out of excuses. She seems to get herself into trouble each and every time because she doesn't break very well, but I do think she's been compromised by trips in most of her races in North America.
Yeah, I don't love the trips that she's gotten either. That being said, I don't know how good she is at this point, Dan. Like, even with the trouble that she's run into, it's just hard to tell how much talent she actually has. Maybe we'll find out more here. Maybe she gets a clean run over a longer trip and it all comes together for her. But it feels like that's going to have to happen.
Cairo Memories has the fig. The number 5 is going to be the favorite in here, I would think, based on the 90 buyer speed figure she earned in this race, the Grade 3 Providencia. She went right to the lead. Smith dropped the anchor. It was all over. I really like the way she strides out in the stretch. Now, she was helped by a moderate pace scenario, but she got away from them when it counted on the far turn, and she wins this race as pounds the best.
Yeah, she did. She did have a pretty soft trip in here, but she also ran really well, and it was a nice step in the right direction for a horse who, again, they tried to make her a dirt horse, and to me, she's just not close to as good on that surface as she is on turf. This filly, remember, she was really, really impressive, winning her first 2 starts, and she actually ran deceptively well at the Breeders' Cup last year. She did not get a great trip in that race.
And we just saw Sterling Crest run second to Cairo Memories in the Providencia. We saw her earlier, then run second in the Senorita behind Island of Love. She's very consistent. She's been on the board in 7 of 8 starts. But did you see anything in those 2 races that make you think that all of a sudden she's going to turn the tables on the 2 favorites? Her tactical speed does put her in good stead.
Yeah, I think she will get a good trip in this race, but I'm with you. I mean, just watching those last 2 races back, it's hard to, think of a reason why she would beat Cairo Memories and Island of Love this time.
Back down from Northern California is the number 7. This is Elamira, who scored last time out against California breds in the Campanile at Golden Gate Fields, going a mile on the turf. We're going to watch that race right now. And again, this was a solid pace up front. It was contested. We see Elamira swing into the clear, and she's going to run down these horses. Only a 67 Beyer speed figure. The 3rd place finisher would come back to win an entry-level allowance on Tapito with a 79. She does kick hard in the stretch. She needs to run faster.
She's got to run a faster race here, but she's also going to be a pretty big price. I mean, she might stay the distance as well as anybody, Dan. So, there are ways to look at her and feel like you could use her somewhere in this race. Maybe not on top, but maybe you could try to get her in there at a price.
Before we get to our top picks, please subscribe to the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel for all the latest DRFTV video offerings. Here are our top selections for the Grade 3 Honeymoon Race 7 at Santa Anita on Sunday. Cairo Memories, the horse to beat, can work out any kind of trip, and perhaps most importantly, comfortable at this distance.
Yeah, I think she just might be the best horse, at least right now, Dan. If I was going to try to beat her, it would be with the 2 Ballet Dancing. We'll see how big that price disparity gets.
I'm curious to see what Island of Love is going to do from the inside post. Maybe they'll get aggressive with her out of there because she does have some tactical speed and maybe pace not at a premium in here. I'm curious to see as well what she does going a mile and an eighth. 5-2-1-6 for Mike, 1-5-2-3 for me. It's the Grade 3 Honeymoon at Santa Anita on Sunday. Good luck.